So, hey guys, this is Aaron, Milkshakes, Honeyman from Team Psyqualia on YouTube. I'm just here doing a deck profile on my Tsukuyomi OTT deck. So let's kick things off. First, we have Godhawk Ichibiyoshi. No self-respecting Tsukuyomi deck would start without it, because otherwise you won't be able to get the ride chain. Run that one, obviously. Next are my triggers. I run 4 Dream Eater. That's 4 of the 6 draw triggers I run in the deck, purely because I actually quite like the artwork on it. Then the other 2 are 2 Victory Maker, purely because I can't stand the artwork of Miracle Kid. They're pretty okay, nothing special about them. Next are the rest of my triggers. I run 4 Psychic Bird, just to sort of allow for extra draw power and the 6th card in soul for full moon, if you actually get to her successfully. And 2 Oracle Guardian Nake. Yeah, so it's just a 6 draw and 6 crit. And last but not least, 4 Lozenge Magus. Just so you can sort of heal, and if you don't get the ride chain you can boost with her and you can sort of randomise the deck to get better chances of the ride chain going off. Okay, that's the grade 0s and triggers. Next is grade 1s. First off, I have 4 Crescent Moon Tsukuyomi. You pretty much need to do 4 for each grade of Tsukuyomi, otherwise you're not really going to have a great chance of the ride chain. Probably might be able to get away with 3 full moon. Next, I have 3 Oracle Guardian Gemini. Just sort of like a vanilla 8k grade 1 booster, just to sort of add a little extra oomph into attacks and whatnot. Next up is 3 Battle Sister Coco. She's sort of okay. She sort of allows you to predict the future and see what your next card is and whether you want it at the top or the bottom. Sort of like a mini CEO. Next I have 2 Battle Sister Vanilla. Now I used to run Security Guardian, which is sort of like the special intercept, but I prefer using Vanilla purely because with 6 cards in soul she can also boost as well. True, Security Guardian can intercept, but it's sort of at 8,000, it's not really that much higher than Vanilla, so you might as well use Vanilla as a booster or guard as well. She's also quite nice with the extra 5,000 shield. Next up, I've got 2 Battle Sister Chocolat. Pretty much sort of standard in every deck. You pretty much got to at least run a minimum of 2 perfect guards. I tend to run 2 purely because I like the skills of other units, and some people are like, oh no, you've got to run 4 perfect guards. It's not really that necessary, but it's my my intake. Purely because I think the only deck in my eyes that warrants more than 2 is Oracle Think Tank, purely because of their draw power. And then last but not least, 1 Weathergirl Milk. She's pretty useful, but you've got to have 4 cards in hand and she only boosts the Vanguard, so she's not overly necessary, but she's just nice when it goes off. So that's all the grade 1s. Next up is grade 2. I have 4 Half Moon Tsukuyomis. Like I said earlier, you pretty much need 4 of each Tsukuyomi just to get the ride chain sort of a high probability chance of it. She's also quite nice considering she soul charges 2 when she's got the other 2 in the like Crescent Moon Ichibiyoshi in the soul, so you can sort of help get off full moon's ability better. Yeah, so it's pretty much standard. Next up, I have 2 Oracle Guardian Wiseman, just as sort of like extra attacking power. There are other units out there, like I could be using quite a lot of more red eyes than what I usually normally use, but it's sort of just nice just to have an extra 10k beater. Next up, I have 2 Oracle Guardian Red Eye. It's sort of just to help there, just in case I've missed one link in the ride chain. It sort of allows an extra card to go into the soul, but chances are your opponent knows that and they're pretty much going to block the red eye's attack. So that's why you either relying on a psychic bird to put the extra card in soul for full moon's ability, or just extra draw power. Next up, I have 2 Silent Tom. No self-respecting Oracle Think Tank deck would not run Silent Tom, in my opinion, purely because he's got a very good ability, and probably like the only card out there with an ability like that at the moment that I know of. It's pretty good. Even at 8k, it's still pretty respectable. Anything less, I don't think anyone would probably use it. So it's quite nice when you get like on a twin drive in your grade 3, you literally just power everything up onto Tom and give him any necessary effects onto him, so you're pretty much going for like the final kill, like the final blow, just to sort of like finish the game off quicker. Okay, and next up is my grade 3s. It's pretty short, this section, because I run 4 Full Moon Tsukuyomi. Like I said, it's like just 4 of each, and she's got a nice ability, so she can counterblast 2, draw 2 cards, put 1 card from your hand into the soul. So it's pretty handy when it comes to the fact that, say for example you've got like 2 or 3 grade 3s in your hand and you don't really want them and you want to guard more, you just pretty much put them into the soul, or like draw triggers because they've only got 5,000 shield. So you pretty much get rid of useless cards from your hand and replenish your hand with more useful cards to use against your opponent. Okay, and she's also pretty much the star of the deck. And next is 4 CEO Amaterasu. She's sort of like the backup plan. If anything doesn't really sort of happen and you miss, say like the SIP card in soul, you pretty much like ride CEO for 1 turn, place 1 card into soul, and then you can ride Full Moon Tsukuyomi over her, purely because then at least you've got the SIP card in soul, and hopefully you should have all the other pieces in the soul for Tsukuyomi to use her effect. That's pretty much my deck. So it's a ratio of 17 grade 0s, 15 grade 1s, 10 grade 2s and 8 grade 3s. I tend to call that my magic numbers, but it turns out it's also like the recommended numbers that they say on the rule sheets, or like the rule book by Bushy Road. But no, it's pretty much, I've been pretty consistent with the build. It's just like top 3, like been conferred quite a few times and stuff like that, local tournaments in Bexley Heath. So I hope you've had fun watching the video. I might be doing another video soon if I get enough subscriptions or views. Would be nice to hear your comments. Bye bye.